finally, we'll be calculating outlier information and IQR interquartile range information. That'll go into the relevant section, same name, in the write-up. And we will show calculations here for before, after, and difference data, although you only will need to discuss the differences in your write-up. So let me show you what these look like. As you see here, the different items to calculate are the minimum, the first, second, and third quartiles, the maximum, and then the interquartile range is the third minus the first quartile. For the outlier information, we need to go 1.5 interquartile ranges below the first quartile and 1.5 above the third quartile. If we have elements that are above or below, then those are considered to be outliers. Now, here I just entered the before column. Let me show you for the before minimum, for example. That's the minimum of the values in column B. Take a look at the guidance document for or more information about functions to use for the other calculations here. Here's another hint. If you do decide that you want to take a look at all of these, again, you only need the differences. But if you calculate all three, you could calculate just the before. And then what we can do is copy and paste these into both of the other columns over here, because in this case, the after and differences data are to the right 1 and 2 columns of the before data. And so this translates very nicely. We can also add some shading for our differences to make it clear what we're looking at there. Now for the outliers, notice here for the before data, for example, where we know that there's an outlier, we see that the lower Q1 minus 1.5 IQR is 0.327, and that our data minimum 0.309 is below that. That makes 0.309 an outlier. We also know that the after data has an outlier of the minimum that's below the lower bounds, and it also has an outlier above 0.876, the upper limit for the normal range. For the differences, we could similarly just take a look at our items here, and we could see that our data minimum is actually not below the lower bound, and our data maximum is not above, so we don't have any outliers here. However, if you like, you could also create just a quick box plot to verify that. So if I select the difference data in column D, and this is similar to when we were looking at the box plots. Again, I scroll up to where I want to paste the box plot. I go to Insert, Box and Whisker, and here we don't really have to do too much. You can make some changes if you want here, but we're just doing this as verification, so this is not actually technically required. But you'll see that taking a look at the box plot here, we do not have any outliers. And so that confirms our sort of visual analysis here. Now, your data may be different. You may have outliers. In that case, you're going to have to discuss those outliers in your document as well. And as with all the other sections, you will need to include a screenshot of this section here in your write-up, along with in your discussion, you'll have to mention the different items. So it's not enough just to put in a screenshot or just to type in the values, you must do both. That concludes the discussion of the project for 274. Hopefully you enjoy working on this.